What's up everybody, and thank you for joining me for another video. My name is Whack4863, but you can call me Whack. In today's video, I'm going to show you all the new healing for both Conan Exiles, the Exiled Lands, and Isle of Siptah. This is big changes across the entire game, does not matter which map you are playing on. Now this is test live content and is subject to change. Additionally, since the Isle of Siptah is coming out in early access, I'm not 100% sure how quickly the Exiled Lands will get this change, but this is what you have to look forward to. And they've made huge changes to the healing system. First of all, you can see that I currently have no soothing effect. And I am going to make a video about the temperature system, but since soothing was a healing mechanic in the game, I wanted to point out that it is gone in this video. There is no more soothing in the Exiled Lands. So you will only get healing from the third perk in Vitality, the Fierce Vitality. You regain passive health regeneration. And the items in the Exiled Lands. Now, I'm going to show you what isn't going to give you a whole lot of healing first. So, any of the food items that you see here, any of the food items that you see here, and any of the food items that you see here, none of those are going to give you healing like they used to in the Exiled Lands. What they're going to do, and I'll show you with the roasted haunch here, what they're going to do is give you a sated buff. And what that sated buff does is over a period of 1 minute, it heals 2 points every 3 seconds for a total of 40 hit points. That's almost all the food items that do that. Now, if you're new here, I'd encourage you to click that subscribe button, click that bell so you get notified when I upload another video. So let's look at what is going to give you healing. And we have the Feast of Dirkhetto, we have the Feast of Jebelsog, we have the Aloe Soup, and we have the Herbal Tea. Additionally, we have the Ambrosia. The other items that are going to give you healing are going to be the Aloe Potions and the Healing Wraps. And I just spawned in some rough Healing Wraps. These are the initial ones that you get. So let's go through the Healing Wraps real quick. We will look at how to unlock them and what their recipes are. So if we go into feats here and we go to survival, the initial Healing Wrap, the rough wrap, is unlocked right away. You have that from starting at the beginning of the game. The Healing Wraps are unlocked at level 25, the Numbing Wraps are unlocked at level 45, and the Stutter Wraps are unlocked at level 58. Now, all of these items are crafted in your own inventory. However, you can see we have the Infused Wraps as well, and I will show you towards the end of the video where to find the recipes or where to find the items that you cannot craft. So let me first show you what the Feast of Dirkhetto does. That is number 5. We're going to go ahead and click that. It gives you 5 seconds of 1 point of regeneration to your health, and it gives you a regeneration to your stamina as well. It also gives you the sated buff. Now, the regeneration from the Dirkhetto Feast is not worth the recipe. I'm just going to say it right there. And I do think that these are missed. The Dirkhetto and the Jebelsog Feast, I think, are both missed. So let's look at what the Jebelsog does real quick. It's going to give you water breathing and health regeneration of 3 points for 20 seconds. It also gives you that sated buff. So a little bit better there, but still not very good. So let's go over the stacking real quick, because that's probably what you're most interested in this video. And if you look in my hotbar, that is the way that you should stack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'll go ahead and show you that on screen real quick. So I've reduced my health to 1, and we are just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to wait, and then we're going to do 6, and I'll explain why we're going to wait. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 does an animation. We need to wait for that animation to finish and then do 6, which is going to do another animation. These animations have to finish in order for the healing to take effect. If those animations are interrupted by you either taking damage or by changing the emote, then you will not get the healing for that item. And let me show you with the bandages what I mean exactly. So if I start the animation for the healing bandages and I go into my emotes and point, you can see the healing stop. So let me show it to you one more time because it happens fast. Watch the top left side of the screen there for the buff. We start the healing process, we start another animation, and that healing process stops. That is the same when you are going into combat. So here I have Firespark81 helping me show how this actually works. When I start bandaging and he comes up and hits me, you can see initially that buff disappears, that healing disappears, and I'm still bandaging. The only time I stop bandaging is when he actually breaks my animation. So if you're in a situation where you start taking damage, you're healing and you start taking damage, just open your emotes, point, you can roll, you can get away. It is going to negate the healing, but it is a good way to get out of damage should you be taking it. Now let me go through the healing potions for you real quick. If we go to survival, the initial Aloe Extract is unlocked at level 15 when you open the Firebolt Cauldron. The concentrate is unlocked at level 35, the pure Aloe Extract at level 58, and you can go and learn the Ancient Lemurian at any point in time in your journey, and I'll show you where to find that towards the end of the video. If you're enjoying this content, I'd encourage you to go ahead and whack that like button. So instead of standing here and showing you how each one of these items heals, I figured it would be easier for me and quicker for you if I just show you each one of the items and how much they heal for. Starting off with any food item at this point in time, you are going to get the sated buff. The sated buff is 2 points of healing every 3 seconds for the total of 60 seconds and a total of 40 hit points. Ambrosia is going to give you a rejuvenating effect. It lasts for 20 seconds, or it takes you 20 seconds to heal a total of 80 hit points. Aloe Soup is going to give you a total of 54 hit points, and Herbal Tea is going to give you a total of 50 hit points. Now, it's important to note that none of these items have an animation, and you should be using those when you need to, when you can't do an animation. And again, I will show you where to get the recipes for these items. Getting into the Aloe Extracts or the health potions. The Aloe Extract, Concentrated Aloe Extract, and Pure Aloe Extract take a total of 10 seconds to heal you. The Infused Aloe Extract takes only 7 seconds, but it doesn't give you the most hit points. So the Aloe Extract is going to give you a total of 120 hit points over the time frame of 10 seconds. The Concentrated Aloe Extract is going to give you 160 hit points over the time frame of 10 seconds. The Pure Aloe Extract will give you 200 hit points over the time frame of 10 seconds, and the Infused Aloe Extract will give you 140 hit points over the time frame of 7 seconds. The Rough Wraps will give you 78 hit points over the time frame of 10 seconds. The Healing Wraps will give you 117 hit points over the time frame of 10 seconds. The Numbing Wraps will give you 156 hit points over the time frame of 10 seconds. The Stutter Wraps will give you 195 hit points over the time frame of 10 seconds. And the Infused Wraps are going to give you 134 hit points over the time frame of 5 seconds. Now, another important thing to note is that many of these items will heal you through the damage that you take. So you can see I'm sated. That buff does not go away as I take damage. If I do Rejuvenating, you can see that buff does not go away as I take damage. If I eat an Aloe Soup, if he hits me in time, let's try that one more time here. Aloe Soup, that buff does go away when I take damage. And if I drink a herbal tea, that buff does go away as I take damage. However, I could rock a health potion, and as long as I finish that animation before I take damage, you can see I will continue to gain health through the damage. So let's rock this up. Let's get some things going on. Let's get some health rocking and rolling. Now here's the thing. If you can't get away for enough time to bandage, let's see if I can get away for enough time. 10 seconds is a long time. Bandaging, oh, there it goes. Health potion, there it goes. So you need to time your healing properly so that you can make sure you actually get the healing that you want from all of these items. If you time it improperly, you are not actually going to get the benefit of all of these items. And the healing potions are gonna be where it's at, guys, because that's a quick animation and it heals through damage. So make sure you're rocking those health potions. I know when I did my video before that I've got to outdate, a lot of people were like, I don't do the health potions. Well, guess what, guys? You're gonna be doing the health potions now. There's no way around it at this point in time. So let me show you real quick what it takes to craft all these things, and then I'm going to show you where to find the recipe for the herbal tea, the aloe soup, the infused aloe extract, and where you actually have to go to obtain the infused wraps. So let me show you the recipes for the extracts or the health potions. The aloe extract is 10 aloe leaves. The concentrated aloe extract is 30 aloe leaves and 1 alchemical base. The infused aloe extract is 50 aloe leaves, 20 alchemical base, and scales of Dagon. And the pure aloe extract is 50 aloe leaves and 20 alchemical base. Obviously, those recipes can be cut all the way to in half, depending on the kind of alchemist that you have. If you have a named alchemist, it cuts the recipe in half where it can. The wraps are all crafted in your inventory, so the rough wraps you get right from the start. Those are going to be craftable in your inventory. Those are 10 plant fiber and 5 aloe leaves. The healing wraps are 10 leather and 10 aloe leaves. The numbing wraps are 10 leather, 20 aloe leaves, and an alchemical base. And the stutter wraps are 10 silk, 30 aloe leaves, and 10 alchemical base. So you are going to need to stock up on gold, silver, and ichor so that you can start crafting these items. All right, guys, so the first place on our list that we're going is King's Niche. It's right up here in 10B, and you are going to have to fight your way all the way through this. Do not come up here ill-prepared. This is a difficult area to get through. The guy you want to kill is this guy all the way in the back. There he is, 17,000 hit points. Once we kill him, what you have to do is harvest his body. So we'll go ahead and just start harvesting his body, and you can see he drops the infused wraps. And that's the only location where you're going to find infused wraps in the exiled lands. I do not know where to find them in the Isle of Siptah, but once I figure that out, I will post a video on it. All right, so where you're going to want to come is up here to the Mounds of the Dead. We are on the line of B and C in row 11. It's this hut right here that you want to go to for the herbal tea recipe. Now, this is the location where the Sumerian Berserker walks around, so you can do the naked run up here if you want to. Just be very, very careful. Put a bedroll down. Just so you know, I have 0 points in grit right now, and I can make this climb right here, get all the way up, run past anything that wants to attack you, and interact with this book. That's going to teach you Specialist Cooking 3, which is also going to give you the healing potions. Just so you know, I am currently doing this not in God mode and not cloaked, so that you can see that it actually can be done. Once you're out of there, just continue to run back. Or if you did the naked run up here, you'd be perfectly fine if something killed you and you just spawn back at your bed. For the aloe soup recipe, we want to come to the line of D and E right in 9. The aloe soup recipe is about right here on top of one of these structures. So we are just going to run down here. And I am doing this again with no grit. I'll show you exactly how to climb this and get all the way to the top. But you just want to continue to run until you get to this last structure right over there. And you're going to have to climb up to the top of it in order to get this recipe. But there's an easy way to climb this. I always seem to end up doing it in the dark. I don't know why my timing is so terrible. Maybe you're the same way as me, but for some reason, I swear I'm always climbing this in the dark. So you want to get on top of this rock, and then you could just jump right up here. And there's a few places where you can stop and regain stamina. So one of those places is going to be right here. Go ahead and stop, get it jumped up a little bit more. Again, remember that you want to hold the jump button the entire time you're climbing for issues like what just happened there where it tried to kick me off. That jump button is going to save you from being booted down to the ground again. Then we're going to climb the rest of the way here. Super easy, 0 points in grit. You can get up here at level 10 if you wanted to, or level 1, whatever. However fast you want to get up here, you can get up here. But then you'll read that. That's going to teach you Specialist Cooking 2, which is going to give you the aloe soup recipe. Now, the feat that you will have to learn in order to use both of these recipes is the stove, and that is unlocked at level 29. The last place that I'm going to take you today is right out here in the jungle, and I've taken you guys here a lot. You should know this place by now, but we are in 06. We want to run up and interact with this boat. So once you're in the dungeon, there's an easy way to get to where you want to go, and I have ungotted and uncloaked so that you can see that you can do this early on in game. You don't actually have to be any particular level. As long as you have the Fireball Cauldron unlocked, you'll be good to come up here and get this recipe. So what we want to do is just stay to the right hand side. You can see there's a beach with a lot of people worshiping on it. What we're going to do is we're just going to run down past them. We're going to jump in the water. We will conserve our breath for just a little bit. It's okay if we get shot with a few arrows. This is the one that we want to come to right here. And it's okay to go ahead and think of this as a suicide mission where you're just not going to get out of it, because the guy that is in this area, if you do this early on, will kill you quickly. So we're just going to make this a quick run in there, and if we end up dying, it's not really that big of a deal. So you could literally do the naked run at level 15 to get this recipe. And you can see I have plenty of breath to make it all the way down. I will show you the attributes that I have in just a moment. I do have the vitality attribute. So if I pop my attributes real quick, I do have the vitality attribute. You would need this one right here, deep breath, to double your timer. Or you could just find a breathing potion early on in game. The Black Hand dropped them plenty, so do the Lemurians. There we go, we learned the Aloe Extract, and we can then run out and out of the dungeon if we want to. Now, obviously, you won't be able to make the infused aloe extract unless you get some Dagon scales, but I wanted to show you where you could learn it anyway. Do it at whatever level you decide. I'm not making any recommendations on that, just showing you that you can learn it early on in game. Now, I want to know in the comment section below, what do you think of all the healing changes? It's going to change the way you play Conan Exiles, that's for sure. I want to know what you think about the changes in the comment section. And that's all I have for this video, but the fun doesn't have to stop here. There's a couple other videos coming up on the screen. You can click one of those to watch next. Hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it. I'll catch you next time. Peace. I'd like to give a big shout out to all my YouTube members. Y'all are absolute legends. If you'd like to become a legend, there's a button below that says join. That'll give you all the details. I'd like to thank all my subscribers for their continued support, likes, comments, and general awesomeness. If you're not subscribed, you can start your free trial today and cancel at any time. Clicking the bell is highly recommended so you get notified when I upload another video.